An incredible just tsunami, tidal wave of money is going to come into the cryptocurrency markets. Today I have big news to share with you regarding Walmart, billionaires, and pension funds all getting into Bitcoin. And no, we're not going to talk about no Bitcoin ETF talk today. We're not going to talk about it. We're that's it. Last time I mentioned it in this video. My name's Lark. Every day I make videos talking about cryptocurrency investing. So if that's a topic you would like to learn some more about, maybe just stay up to date with, you should definitely subscribe to the Lark Davis channel. Also, if you take a quick second to tap on the thumbs up button for the YouTube algorithm, I would obviously greatly appreciate that, as would YouTube. And of course, if you do want to get a notification of when I put out a new video, you should click on that notification bell. By the way, if you want a great place to trade Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, Polkadot, Chainlink, and a range of other great top cryptocurrencies, you need to get yourself an account over on Femex. You can long, you can short, zero fee spot market trading as well. And if you use the link down below to start your Femex account, you'll get 10% off of your trading fees and up to $1,200 in trading bonuses. Okay, now let's go ahead and get into the charts here. As we can see, Bitcoin had a nice, big, juicy red candle yesterday, dropping all the way from $66,600 all the way down to $62,000, which is obviously a very, very interesting place for Bitcoin to have dropped down to, because that is an area of resistance here, of course, last week. And also, if you go way back in time, mid-March here, we also saw it acting as an area of resistance. So we have now come back down, flipped that previous resistance, potentially into support. I think we need to see another daily candle close, which we're not going to get for about 21 hours from the time recording this video, to see this being confirmed as actually holding as support. So do keep that in mind. If we do lose this green line here as support, our next key area to watch will be $57,500. After that, of course, $50,000. Be great to see that kind of a big retest. It'd be juicy, man, if we saw it. But the market has been very, very bullish recently. So we are only down about 7.5% at today's low. Currently, of course, the time recording this video, it'll change, but only down 6% from our recent all-time highs of almost $67,000. Now, what's interesting is that what we're seeing here, nothing out of the ordinary at all. This so frequently happens when we see Bitcoin putting in new price highs. It's followed up by corrections. We can see here, early December 2020, Bitcoin came up pretty close to its previous all-time high, hit resistance, saw a 9% correction, which led to about a 2-week sideways / downtrend for Bitcoin, getting down to 11% at its lowest point, broke out to new all-time highs, hit $24,000, came down 10%, saw another, of course, big climb up, lots of big volatility in that move, getting up to $42,000, hitting a downtrend. This is typical price action. I'm just going over this because I want you to understand when it happens, and it will happen, to just be anticipating it, because this is exactly how things work. We get a big peak up here at $58,000. We get a big retracement down to 42. We get a big peak up here at $62,000. We get a big retracement down to $50,000. Big peak up here at $64,500. Big retracement down to $47,000, of course, for the market actually ended up rolling over. So I just want you to keep in mind that the volatility is a normal feature of the market. 10, 20, 25% drawdowns, totally normal stuff in a bull market. So when it happens, I'm not saying it's going to happen tomorrow or anything, but when that happens, be ready for it. Prepare yourself for it. Don't be afraid of it. Welcome those opportunities into your life. Let's talk about the news. Walmart is now selling Bitcoin. Well, kind of, not exactly, but they're kind of selling Bitcoin. So Walmart has begun hosting around 200 Bitcoin ATMs. So you can now go to Walmart in the US and buy Bitcoin. That's cool. Buy Bitcoin with cash at Coinstar. That's pretty neat. I mean, it's just everywhere nowadays. Bitcoin ATMs have become super popular. I can't remember what the number was last time. It was tens of thousands of them around the world now. popping up all over the place, and it's great. And we've seen all kinds of stories like this. I remember a year and a half, 2 years ago, we had the story about all the tabacs in France, all those sort of, local corner shops starting to offer Bitcoin. Now we're seeing Walmart. Walmart, of course, is a global giant of discount stuff, right? So they have begun hosting Bitcoin ETMs. So people are going to go to Walmart and buy Bitcoin now. Why not? Why not? Add Walmart into the list of places where you can buy Bitcoin, because you know what? In 10 years' time, it'll be everywhere. Everywhere. Absolutely everywhere. So why not Walmart? Why not Walmart? Now, to be clear, Walmart has not started accepting cryptocurrency payments or anything like that. They're just hosting Bitcoin ATMs within their stores via Coinstar. But, still cool. Still cool. Pension funds. Now, this is actually a really, really big story compared to the Walmart story. This is actually a massive, massive story. So pension funds are, of course, starting to get into the Bitcoin game. So this story today, a pension fund for Texas firefighters has bought $25 million worth of crypto. They bought both Bitcoin and Ethereum. Now, $25 million, it's a good chunk of money, obviously. In the grand scheme of the crypto markets, it's a tiny fraction of money, but $25 million is still a pretty significant amount of money. Now, for reference here, I think it's really important to understand how big it is when we start talking about pension funds getting in. And they're not the first pension fund. We've had pension funds that a few other pension funds that have invested. Pension funds, though, for the most part, have not got big into the crypto game. A few of them have exposure via different investments. A few of them have, bought GBTC or, bought Bitcoin directly, wherever it might be. But for the most part, they've largely been out of it. But the more and more pension funds do get in, and this is, Texas Firefighters Pension Fund, the more that you see this happening, the more it's going to happen, because other people prove that it's safe, it's normal, they social proof it for the rest of the pension funds. So in the US, pension funds have $8.6 trillion of assets that they can allocate. In the OECD, right, that's the collection of the world's rich countries, the United States, Australia, South Korea, France, whatever, right, the OECD countries, they have $34 trillion worth of pension fund money. That, of course, includes the US, but that's a lot of money, man. That's a lot of money. Can you just imagine even a few percent of that money coming into the cryptocurrency markets? And think about this. 10% of that money would be $3.4 trillion. Maybe they're not going to put that much in. 5% would be about 1.75, just say $1 trillion. Round it off there. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. You have to think that currently our whole cryptocurrency market cap's $2.4 trillion. So that 5% allocation from pension funds globally, just the OECD countries, obviously, that would completely change the game. That would push the price of assets up dramatically, because every dollar that comes in doesn't necessarily just push the market cap up by $1, right? So if you bring $1.75 trillion in, that's going to push up the markets dramatically, right? Maybe they just bring in 1%. $340 billion. That's still a lot of money. That's just a 1% allocation by global pension funds. $340 billion. That's a lot of money. That's, let's say almost 10% or something of the total cryptocurrency market cap. So it's a big deal. It's a big deal. It's a big deal, pension funds getting more and more into crypto, because it's just a massive source of money. And as we always say, what do you need to have a super cycle? What do you need to have the markets continuing to go higher? You have to have more money coming in. The more money comes in, the higher the market can go. So when we have people buying Bitcoin at Walmart, that's cool. When we have pension funds buying Bitcoin, that's really cool. That's really cool. And it's not just pension funds. Check this out. Kevin O'Leary has said that billionaire funds in the Middle East are starting to think about Bitcoin. Now, they have been for a while. There's been some big Middle Eastern funds out of Dubai and stuff like that have been pretty big into crypto for a while. But essentially what Kevin's saying here is that it's starting to reach a broader appeal. We're starting to see these family offices and different funds start to take a much more serious look at cryptocurrencies. And you might think, well, why didn't they buy Bitcoin at $3,000, Lark? It's because it's been social proof. The higher the price goes, the safer it seems as an asset. Bitcoin has made it. The higher the price goes, the more it has made it. The more that the billionaires start looking at it. So if you ever wonder who's going to buy your Bitcoin at $500,000 per coin, billionaires. We thank you for your sacrifice, billionaires. But this is exactly how it works, guys. This is exactly how it works. The higher it goes, the more pension funds and private funds and companies and billionaires and family offices and all this stuff come into the market because it's more of a safe investment. The longer it's been around, the longer it's here without breaking, the higher the price goes, the more Bitcoin is perceived as a safe investment. Final thought for today. Speaking of billionaires, PayPal co-founder Peter Thiel says that he underinvested in Bitcoin, which is surprising for somebody that's been in Bitcoin since 2013, something like that. This guy was buying Bitcoin when it was worth $100 a piece or something. And which led me to the question, does anybody ever really have enough Bitcoin? Honest question. Is it possible to have enough Bitcoin when you understand that pension funds and billionaires and every dude who walks into Wal Mart is going to be trying to get a piece of the pie, grabbing up some of those Satoshis? Is it really possible to have enough Bitcoin? Which is, of course, your question for today. Is it possible to have enough Bitcoin? And if it is possible to have enough Bitcoin, what's that number? Is it 10 Bitcoin, 1 Bitcoin, 100 Bitcoin? 0.1 Bitcoin? Curious to know your thoughts down below in the comment section. Thanks so much for watching today's video, and peace out till next time.